In dynamic arena of electric vehicles, where innovation meets ambition, a seismic shift is quietly redefining the competitive landscape. At the forefront of this transformation is BYD, a Chinese powerhouse that has rapidly emerged as Tesla's greatest rival. While Elon Musk's Tesla captivated the world, revolutionizing how we think about electric cars, BYD has stealthily accelerated its journey from a relatively unknown battery maker in China to one of the world's top electric vehicle manufacturers, challenging the very foundation of Tesla's dominance in the global market. Who is BYD, and how does this small Chinese factory become a key rival to the world's richest man? Chapter 1: A silent storm in the automotive world. In the bustling halls of the Japan Mobility Show, a sea of eager faces awaited the reveal of new vehicle technology. Among the crowd sat a man in a simple navy blue suit, his eyes scanning the room. Little did anyone know that this unassuming figure was Wang Chuanfu, the mastermind behind BYD, the biggest electrical vehicle maker in China, a company now recognized as Tesla's greatest rival. This year, BYD has come so close in beating Tesla in worldwide sales, the gap was just around 3,000 units. BYD has beaten Tesla in sales in countries not only China, but including Thailand, Sweden, Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, Israel, and Brazil. It is the first time China exports more cars than it is importing. Just as Japanese's fuel-efficient cars entered the U.S. market during the oil crisis in the 1970s, it is now China's turn to leverage the structural change in the energy industry. Chapter 2: A game changer in the EV market. Against the backdrop of the Tokyo event, BYD announced its ambitions to conquer international markets, aiming for the same success it enjoyed in its home country of China. In just a few short years, BYD had surged ahead, nearly outpacing Tesla in global electric vehicle sales, selling over 430,000 units in one recent quarter. The competition was heating up, and the stakes were high. Wang's story began back in 1995, when he was just a battery researcher with a dream. He borrowed money to create BYD, a battery-making factory, which stands for Build Your Dream. The road to success was not without obstacles. BYD developed its first electronic vehicle in 2005, but could not launch due to lack of EV policy and infrastructure support. In 2008, Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway has invested in BYD. In 2010, Warren Buffett has tried out a BYD M6 car at BYD's national launch ceremony in Beijing. By 2009, BYD has become the world's second largest rechargeable battery maker of the world. However, the EV business only started to take off until 2021, when the pandemic has fueled customers' interest in EVs and BYD started to export its vehicles in large volumes overseas. And 1 year later, the company has sold more than 1.8 million cars in a year, and Wang's vision has transformed BYD into China's EV titan. By 2023, BYD had sold over 5.7 million electric vehicles, a number that shattered records, and the gears of change were still turning. Chapter 3: The backbone of BYD's success. What set BYD apart? It was its innovative approach to manufacturing and relentless cost-cutting strategies. While many competitors relied on outside suppliers, BYD produced 75% of key components in-house. The EV battery alone accounts for 30% of an EV's total cost. BYD even involved in building the ships that transport their cars abroad to ensure quality control. Separately, BYD also heavily invested in computer simulation technology in car design, and this enabled them to roll out new models much faster than their Japanese competitors, who are still using real models and adjusting fine details manually. This combination of strategies created a powerful advantage, reducing costs and improves efficiency. Their manufacturing process demanded less machinery and more skilled labor, a strategy Wang believed propelled the company forward. "As long as I control the process, I can build the future we want," he asserted. And with each innovation, BYD honed its edge over the competition, creating vehicles that were both affordable and advanced. Chapter 4: A national strategy that fueled the fire. Just as BYD grew, so too did China's ambition to dominate the electric vehicle space. With generous government support in the form of subsidies and investments, BYD thrived. The Chinese government recognized that a robust EV industry could combat pollution and reduce reliance on foreign oil, and it has invested billions in building charging stations on the highways and around the country. The groundwork laid by government policies enabled thousands of new EV companies to emerge. However, the market later consolidated down to only a few key players. BYD was among the last standing, a testament to its tenacity and strategic foresight. Chapter 5. The Road Ahead. As BYD eyes new territories like Southeast Asia, the future looks bright. The company has already captured significant market shares in countries eager for electric solutions. However, in Europe and the US, challenges loom. Scrutinizing competition and regulatory barriers and the EU anti-subsidy probe threaten to impact BYD's global ambitions. BYD doesn't sell passenger cars in the US due to high tariff of 27.5%, although its electric trucks and buses entered the US years ago. The next few years could either solidify BYD's position at the forefront of EV manufacturing or see it fall victim to international politics and market dynamics, much like past developments in the auto industry. The automotive industry is facing a once-in-a-century transformation. The transition from fossil fuel to EV will require huge investments in digital technologies. Many Japanese, US, and European automakers are struggling as their traditional engine car sales are falling every year. Both BYD and Tesla are winners at this transformation. However, what will happen next? How will the two EV leaders compete, and how will other car makers respond to this industry shift? Will BYD continue to expand its reach and redefine the future of electric vehicles, or will setbacks in foreign markets dim its bright vision? Will Elon Musk make use of his position at the Trump administration and champion for Tesla? In this high-stakes game of innovation and competition, the outcome remains uncertain.